All right, Shalom, Makyam. And we would like to start off by giving God honor and glory to Yahweh, by Shem Hamashah, by Shura Kakadash, double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone rule well, and peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. I'm Zahabit to my love.
Yashama.
All right.
And we're GMS Mississippi Camp, coming with another weekly lesson, going into that all-in mindset, having a spiritual initiative, man. Because when you look at our forefathers and the examples, and the legacy that they left behind for us to follow, they all had an all-in mindset, and they would take the spiritual initiative, in situations. Now, Howard Shai, he gave some great parables, all right, during his teachings, during his ministry to showcase, all right, all in mindset. And we have other examples as well that we're going to get into. You get that Matthew 13.
Matthew 13:44.
Yep.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like it's a treasure hid in a field.
Yeah, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hid in the field. All right, and we know spiritually that the field is speaking of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because the kingdom of heaven is within men on the earth. Because there's particular men whom the Lord put the Spirit, all right, on to teach the word. And the scripture talk about receiving the engrafted word that can save your souls. You see, so the kingdom starts with the house of David. So once we found this word, because it was in the earth, because we either came across the camp, we came across on the video, you see, so we found, all right, the kingdom on earth, through men, all right, through those ordained men. Go ahead.
The which when a man have found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath and buyeth that field.
Yeah, he selleth all that he have and buyeth that field. You see, that's an all-in mindset. When you sell everything you got to buy this one product, that's an all-in. Hey, if me and this brother, wanted to go into the t-shirt business, well, if I went and got my savings, all right, and brought bulk t-shirts, and he went and he took all his savings and brought the equipment, we all in. Now we got $0, but we got this equipment and these bulk t-shirts. You see, that's an all-in mindset. That's how it's supposed to be for the kingdom. As long as we got this product, we can flip. We can make something happen. We might not have no tangible money now, but see, we can make moves. And see, it's being calculated in the spiritual realm. All right? What's that? Hold that. Get Matthew 6. I want to say 19.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 19.
Yep.
It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
Yep.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Yeah, hey, so we have this treasure of the kingdom. All right? We got this product, this word, and we can flip this word over and over and over again, man. And guess what? It's being calculated in the spiritual realm. So in the next kingdom to come, Yahweh Shai gonna cash everybody out. You see, he gonna cash brothers out. According to the measure that he gave and what you did with that measure, he gonna cash you out, cash us out. You see? So we found this treasure. We like said, this the product. This is the product. And we all in. Go ahead.
All right, verse 20.
Yep.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal.
Yep. And because even now, hey, these niggas that got money, guess what? Their money is constantly being inflated. You got, it's wicked because there's a wicked ruler, so there's no telling what he's going to do with the next currency and how he's going to inflate things. You see, it's unstable. But see, in the kingdom, we store our treasures in heaven, which is going to be stable because it's going to be according to a righteous standard, man. All right. Oh, you can go back to
Matthew 13.
Yep.
All right. You can start at 45.
Yep.
Matthew 13 and 45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls.
Yep.
Who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it.
It's all in. You see? He's a merchant. So you have a man that's a merchant. He's into selling, fine things. But see, when he found this pearl, this became his product.
It's like the Bitcoin. How they had Bitcoin.
Yeah.
People took all their savings to buy Bitcoin in hopes that their Bitcoin would triple what they already had.
Yep.
And
this is what we have done with this word. And see, what do we put into this word? Our energy, our time. That's really you going. That's really you constantly, all right, investing in this product, man. By your time and your energy. You see, that's that sacrifice, man, and that's that all-in mindset, man. All the free time, because like you said with that Bitcoin, what they was doing, they was spending their savings. Everything they could scrape up, they would throw it at Bitcoin. Well, all the time that we can scrape up, we throw it to this product, to the word, man, to the ministry. You see, that was it on that.
All right.
In Philippians 3, I think it's 7. Yeah. So we found that pearl of great value, man. And the return on this is beyond anything on this earth, man. Even if you bought penny stocks in Amazon and Apple, when those stocks were a penny, and now you're a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Well, guess what? This word, all right, just off faith, the return gonna be so it ain't even gonna weigh out.
Said Philippians 3 and 7.
It started at 7.
Philippians 3 and 7. But what things were gained to me, those I kind of lost for Hamashiach.
Hey, the thing that was gained to Apostle Paul, because see, Apostle Paul was on the way to be a renowned Pharisee, which they came with pretty much an office, because within the Roman Empire, the priesthood, and dealing with the laws and, being a doctor or scribe of the law, well, that was beneficial to the Roman Empire to keep Israel in check, because their whole thing was they didn't want no sedition. All right, they ain't care who was high priest or no, they ain't care nothing about no priesthood or tribe. No, they just needed Israelite to keep this providence of Israel in check. And Apostle Paul was on the way to be, a renowned Pharisee, under the foot of Gamaliel. You see? But what happened? He said, read again.
Philippians 3 and 7. But what things were gained to me, those I kind of lost for Hamashiach.
Hey, he counted loss. Brothers could have been rappers. Brothers could have been, high up in this society, man. If brothers would have put the same energy that they put into the truth, into this world, brothers could be high up, man. But see, we count those things as loss, man. To gain this, look at what we're gaining. Now it's making more sense. 3-4 years ago, especially back then, when y'all brothers first came in 2008, this didn't make sense as it does now. Then the apostles and elders back then, even before it was a YouTube, before they could get comments, and all that, this investment didn't make that much sense. But now this investment makes perfect sense in these times, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right. Philippians 3 and 7 again. What things were gained to me, those I kind of lost for Hamashiach. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but lost for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung that I may win Hamashiach.
I count them as dung that I may win Yahushua. You see? So anything compared to this is dung. All right? Because brothers we finna have to push all the chips in the table, man. All right? That high value job you got, you got you in the top 10% of earners. Hey, you gonna have to be ready to push that in the middle of the table, man, for your house shot. You see, your family, if they don't, if they choose the ones after beast, you gonna have to push that in the middle of the table for your house shot, like a game of poker, man. You gonna have to push it all in the middle of the table, man, and be all in, man. That's the mindset we have to have, coming into this thing, man. see? That was it on them. That was verse 8. You read?
Yeah.
Okay, come. Yep. You had something?
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah. Go back to I want to give you another example real quick. Because it's in the book of Job. Because even in suffering, we still got to be all in. All right? Because even Job, he had that mentality. All right? When he was going through his trial. Because we finna be tried. You know? We finna be tried at an all-time high. We finna, take losses. It's gonna get uncomfortable. And it's gonna be beyond our control. You know? What's that, Job? Yep, get Job 13 and 15.
All right, Job chapter 13, verse 15.
Yep.
Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him.
Yep, it said, though he slay me. So even though Job was physically being destroyed, financially destroyed, he said, look, I'm going to trust in him. I'm still all in. And because what Satan told the Most High, that Job fear you for naught.
Yep.
That's because he don't really fear you. Don't reason, he obedient because he got all these goodies.
Yep.
You see? But even when those things were stripped away, Job was still all in, man.
You see, that's why Job was one of the top prophets.
Yeah.
Because like you mentioned a while back, you know, you can never really make another Job because nobody has ever gone through what Job has gone through.
Yep. He had his unique furnace.
Right. Right.
Read it again, Bible.
What was that? Job 13
and 15.
Okay, come. Job 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him.
Yeah, he will maintain his own ways, which means what? He's gonna still stick to the obedience, man. Still stick to the standard. He didn't make haste in this time of trouble. He rolled it out. And see, we're in a time where we're gonna have to ride this thing out, man, and still be all in, even as we're being, broken down, man. All right, you might go from 3 cars to 2 cars to 1 car to walking, man.
Yeah, about to say the 2 feet.
Yeah. To walking, man.
I got a piece of it.
You got it, bro.
Job 23 and 10. Yep. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold.
Yep. Hey, he know the way I take. When he have tried me, I shall come forth as gold. So Job always had a mindset. All right, even in my trial, this gonna benefit me. Even in my even in my worst time, this gonna benefit me, man. And that's the mindset that we have to have. Even with what's it, Luke 6 and 22, Bible shot.
Yep. All right, this is Luke chapter 6, verse 22.
Yep.
It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake."
Yeah, and that's getting ready to happen on an all-time level. We might have, brothers probably have experienced it, on a lower level with family. Most of us are black sheep of the family, weird outcast, experience it on a low level.
The relative that I never come by.
Yep. In the closet somewhere, they think, I Jake be talking, speculate, but see, that's a blessing. And see, now on a global scale, they're going to look at us for not bowing down to Baal, all right, taking this potion. They finna look at us as extremists, fanatic. Brothers, you just watch, man. The people that you grew up around and co-workers, they going to look at you just like Esau gaslighted Ishmael, man. They're going to look at you like you some type of link to Al-Qaeda, Taliban. They're going to be the same thing or worse, But that's a blessing. And even with this, why Yahushua said, blessed, all right? Then he said, count it joy. Go ahead.
All right, Luke 6 and 22 again. "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake.
Go ahead.
Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven.
For behold, your reward is great in heaven. And what is heaven speaking of? Rulership.
Yep.
Your reward is great within, because this is Yahweh Shai kingdom. So we're suffering for Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai is seeing, he's witnessed us being all in. He like, that brother gonna have a great spot within my kingdom. You know? And that's how we gotta look at these scenarios we finna come into. That brother, he's all in. You know? He's gonna have a great spot within rulership, man. Go ahead.
For in the like manner did the fathers unto the prophets.
Yep, so that's the legacy of the prophets. To be outcast, you know, to be shunned. But at the end of the day, the prophets are back, and this time the prophets finna receive their reward within rulership, man. All right? And there was an account in the scriptures where the same men he was telling the disciples, all right, which became apostles, they had to apply that. You had something, bro?
Yeah, real quick. You got it. St. John 15 and 18.
Yep.
If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hate you.
Yep. Because see, the world, because we wasn't hated, we didn't get all this flack from society and from people that was around us until we started living by this standard. See, Yahweh Shai is offensive to the majority of Israel. All right? To the majority of the earth.
A stone to stumble.
A stone to stumble.
A rock of offense.
Yep. So as we imitate Yahweh Shai, all right, that's where that hatred comes from, because of what we're imitating. You see? Go ahead.
All right. St. John 15 and 19. If you were of the world would love his own.
Yep.
But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
Yeah, hey, we not of the world because we're all in. All right. We're all into a whole nother society. The kingdom of heaven, the rulership of Israel. All right. A righteous rulership to come. See, we're all in. So we're going to stand out. We're going to be at difference. We're going to be at odds, man, because we're not of this society. And that's why you see people making the decisions that they're making, because they're all in with this society, man. Here it is, all right, pretty much Esau is putting you to death, and Jake is taking that chance.
Yep, they're all in.
They all in.
Yep.
You know, Jake is risking death to continue on in America, man. Yeah, bro.
St. John 15 and 20.
Yep.
Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Yeah, so the elect gonna be the elect, and those that scoff and mock, they're gonna be in their light. You know? So the elect, men and women, are back following Yahweh Shai, and everyone else of Israel is scoffing and mocking, doing what they want to do, man. So you have Israelites that are all in with Yahweh Shai, and you got Israelites that's all into the world. Jake said we have no king but Caesar. Jake was all in.
Yep.
Like, king, we have no king but Caesar.
Like you'll see Jake take pictures with the American flag.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole American flag outfit.
Yep.
Same spirit. You know?
Nigga, trying to take a picture with Biden.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. I think that's it on that.
Yeah, get Acts 5 and get straight to the point. I want to say 5 and 40. Hey, because remember Yahweh Shai, he was telling the disciples, which became the apostles, you know, to count it joy, you know, when you suffer for my name's sake. So when you go to the account in Acts 5 and start at 38.
Acts chapter 5 verse 38. Come.
Yep.
And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
Yeah, so you have Gamaliel pretty much vouching, you know, for the disciples, you know, and pretty much telling the elders, you know, those wicked Pharisees to kind of fall back, because if it's a man, it's gonna be destroyed anyway, you know, it's gonna come to naught. Go ahead.
But if it be of Yahweh, you cannot overthrow it, lest happily you be found even to fight against Yahweh.
Go ahead.
And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua and let them go.
They said they commanded them not to speak in the name of Yahushua. So they was getting beat because of the name of Yahushua. You know? And what was their reaction? Go ahead.
And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name.
So they were rejoicing for getting beat for Yahushua, man. That's an all-in mentality, man. You know how Yahushua gonna honor those men for that? And see, pretty much you gotta look at what we finna come into is our time to prove ourselves to Yahushua, man. You know? This our time to really prove, all right, that we all in. Yes.
We have a chance to partake in the kingdom.
Yep.
The initiation.
Yep.
You know? All right, Acts 5:42. And daily in the temple and in every house, they cease not to teach and preach Yahushua HaMashiach.
They ain't care. They ain't care about consequences. All in. It is what it is. All right, Fito, like Jake say. If I turn out.
cut. On the right hand side.
Yeah, right. You know.
They said they gonna kill me, motherfucker. I ain't dead yet. Just keep teaching, man.
Just keep bringing out precepts, man.
Hey, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you a crown of life.
Esau gonna have to pull up.
Yep.
You know. We all in, like Jake say, Jake and the dope and hey, Jake selling rocks to he see the feds, man. Jake be all in. So how much more us for your house shot? All right, Esau gonna have to pull up. We gonna have to kick a door down, man. You know, he gonna have to shut down the internet. Cause other than that, we locked in. You know. Get that word initiative. Because at the end of the day, you know, this ministry is about, you know, having an initiative mindset. You know, when you get that word initiative, all right, in the on Google, it says the ability to access, all right, and initiate things independently. You see? So the ability to assess and initiate things independently, you know? So in the spirit, because each brother, all right, first of all, we have to govern ourselves. And we know the things that we need to do, all right, to maintain ourselves within the ministry. You know? We know what things we need to do to maintain our situation. And we take the initiative, you know? And that's pretty much, like you say, it's a good characteristic. Yeah. Just being a man in general to take the initiative.
Yeah. No, so like, bro,
got
one of our biggest setbacks is our comfort zone.
Yep.
So if you can, whether it's fear or literally comfort, if you can push yourself past that lackadaisical state to get what you need to get done,
yep.
You know, like that's a good, like you said, good, what they call an alpha male.
Yep.
That's a good masculine trait to have, man. And it'll get you far.
Yep.
You know?
You know, everybody has to make, so within this ministry, as we're all in, you know, now it's time to make moves. Because we already all in. So now it's time to make moves to level up. All right? Now, of course, we got older brothers, elder brothers over us. They watch over us, you know. But there's nothing like, you know, someone that takes the initiative within the group situation. I already, you know, is on something. I already got something laid out where the group don't have to worry about that part of the process. Somebody already took the initiative and got that done, man. You see? What's that in Luke 12? Let me just read this parable. Goes out.
Okay, Luke 12 and what now?
Started 35.
Luke 12 and 35.
Yep.
Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning.
Yeah, I said let your loins be girded about and your lights burning. You know, because going up when you would gird up your garment in the ancient world, what you would do, you was tied up to remove the slack from it, you know, so you can move more freely. You know? So Yahweh Shai like gird up your loins and let your lights be burning. And what does that mean today, man? We have to cut off, you know, this excess, you know, in our day to day, you know, so we can move more freely. All right, when you as an Israelite, when you would go to war, all right, you would, all right, have your garments, all right, tied off, man. No slack, so you can move and be versatile. And that's how we are in the spirit. We gotta cut off the excess so we can move freely. And see, it's good to take the initiative with those things. You know, some things, you know, we ain't gonna be able to see, and it'll take, you know, another brother pulling you to the side. All right? But for the most part, there's things that we should see before anybody, because we with us every day. You know, you might not see a brother but 2-3 times a week, if that, especially these bigger camps. You know? So we got to have a mindset of taking a spiritual initiative of things that hinder us and things that elevate us, man. You know? Go ahead.
All right, Luke 12:36.
Yep.
And ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord when he will return from the wedding, and when he cometh and knocketh, that they may open unto him immediately.
Yeah, because your whole life was centered around being ready to move to the next phase. You know, you done handled everything you need to handle. Now, you know, you're ready at the call, man. You see? Just like, cause remember, the way we serve Yahweh Shai, that's how women supposed to serve us. You know, a woman supposed to be on deck. A woman supposed to take the initiative. Like, we didn't need no vision, you know, in the clouds to tell us when to fast or to get more to Hebrew, you know, saying the prayer brothers will memorize, you know, different prayers. No, brothers took the initiative. I need to say this in the Hebrew. That'll get me closer. You know, that's how a woman's supposed to be. Her life is supposed to be geared towards taking the initiative, all right, to make her husband's life easier, man. And we take the initiative, you know, to make it easy for Yahweh Shai to use us, man. You see, go ahead.
All right, verse 37. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them.
Yeah, hey, so Yahweh Shai, those that are serving at his coming, which means when you're watching at his coming, which means men that are proactive in this thing, man. You know? That's what Yahweh Shai requires, is us to be proactive, man. We all in, now it's time to be proactive. You see, go ahead.
Verse 38, and he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so. Blessed are those servants.
Yeah, it said the first watch, you know, or the second watch, or the third watch, which means that, hey, they always on deck. Even then, they were fulfilled by the apostles, man. The year 2000, you know. Hey, they was on their watch. He ain't coming that second watch, but guess what? They're still watching. They're still on deck. They still been taking the initiative, you know, while they watch, man. No one can say they haven't. They'll be lying. You see, go ahead.
And this know, well, Luke 12:39.
Yep.
And this know that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through.
Go ahead.
But be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when you think not.
Yep, go ahead.
Then Peter said unto him, Lord, speakest thou this unto us, or even to all? And Yahweh Shai said, who then is that faithful and wise steward, when his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season?
Yeah, so that faithful steward. You see, a man with substance, you know, he would always be making moves. So he would be so busy, you know, closing out deals, you know, setting up different transactions, that he would have to have somebody over his substance, because if a man had, let's say 18, men servants, 24 maid servants, livestock, well, he didn't, he wasn't the one that was feeding and setting up the rationing. No, it would be it would be a man over his household, and that was his job to ration out, the portions, make sure everyone was getting their daily portion, man.
Yep.
And that's all right, us in the spirit, because this is the house of David, where they're stewards over the house of David. They're set up to make sure everyone's getting their portion, man. All right, the believers. And that's why we brothers take the initiative, man. Brothers might, start a regimen, going to a park just to go live, Brothers might have start in transits. You see, brothers got dates set up where they link up with other brothers. Well, that's all about being a steward, because you're making sure that the believers get their portion. That's a spiritual initiative, man. You see, go ahead.
All right, verse 42. It says, and the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath.
And that's the point, man. You see, blessed is that servant whom his Lord shall find so doing. All right? Because it's one thing, you come in the house, then your woman try to get up, then try to clean up, wash the dishes. You see? Then she try to, put it on like she been hard at it. But it's another thing, you come home and everything already laid out, the incense, burning, the food ready, see, the wine on chill, everything decked out. All you gotta do is pretty much just maneuver everything already prepped. And that's what we're doing in the spirit. You see? Like I said, your house shot not coming back to give no sermon. That's what we're doing. It's going to be Israelites already prepped for the kingdom when Yahweh Shai come back, because of the work that the brothers been putting in through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. But it starts with an initiative, man. We all know what we need to do. Every brother know what we need to do. Because you with yourself all the time. Because there's things this brother can't give me advice on because he's not there. Yahweh Shai gave us the ability to spiritual assess things, all right, within our own situation. So vice versa with this brother. There's things that he knows that he has to do that doesn't even have to be spoken. He know what he got to do. It don't even got to be talked about. You see? And that's the mind frame that we have, man, an all-in mind frame, and have the spiritual initiative in situations, man. That was it, bro.
Hey, well, with that, we hope your brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Shor Kakodash, double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, the great millstone rule well. Peace and blessed house, David the elect, Abba Baal, Kom Yashalom, Shalom.